Hello everybody, and today we are here with another board game review. Today we'll be reviewing Clover.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we'll be telling you that why you should play Clover, a word game which is cooperative, where all of you will be on the same team trying to guess the actual words that someone is trying to give you the hint about.
The game is pretty simple on itself. Every player takes a stack of cards and shuffles them. After that, the player then randomly reveals the cards, and as you can see, each side on the card has one word.
So the player who will be getting these cards, he will have to get these cards in secret. All the other players around the table, so for example, I will not be looking at the cards that Ishal will be getting. Similarly, all the other players, just to cut down the time, I'll be getting 4 cards as well. And just randomly, whichever orientation I want, will be placing them on this Clover board. Now, this Clover board is a plastic sheet which has been designed, you can start naming, which has been designed very cleverly. How it works is that actually it's made out of plastic, but on that plastic there are these embossed or increased areas so that these cards with holes in them, when you place them, they stay in their place and they don't rotate, they don't fall off. So even when tilting at an angle, they will remain in place. Now, why that is important and what are you going to do? So the main player who has the Clover sheet right now, and that's where the name or the pun comes from, that rather than saying so clever, they are saying so Clover because of this shape of the clover. What they will be trying to do is that, for example, they will be looking at the 2 words that have come on the leaf side. So there will be 4 sides, and on each of those 4 sides, there will be 2 words that are shown. What you will be trying to do is then that to match a single word or write a single word that may or should represent both of those 2 words. So you cannot write 2 words itself because that will be cheating. You have to write one word that matches these 2 things. So for example, for me the word is devil and ear. So what is devil and ear? So maybe pointy, because what I'm trying to give the hint is the ears are, so for example, elves have pointy ears, as well as devil has pointy ears or pointy things. So maybe
pointy horns.
Maybe that pointy word is going to give the hint to someone else that my aim to tell them is devil and ear. Similarly, my word is cavern and genius. Oh my god. The people who live in caves aren't genius, but this is cavern and genius. So maybe I will write the word explorer, because the explorers go in caves and they are kind of genius as well. So
maybe they're a type of scientist, right?
Yeah. So maybe that will give hint. Now the next word doesn't really make any sense at all. It's jewel and noodle.
String.
So jewel and noodle.
Because jewels have the strings that like necklaces.
So maybe, I don't know, Europe.
What does Europe have to
or
do with
Rome maybe?
What is?
Because with Rome there are Roman jewels, the famous.
What about noodle?
And Rome is closer or in Italy, and that will give the hint of noodles. I'm not sure. Then the last one is weapon and layer. So again, something that so maybe
sheath. You got very gun cards.
So maybe sheath. Because sheath is again the where you place your sword. So it's a cover, it's a layer on top of your sword. Sword is a weapon, and sheath, you're sheathing your sword. Maybe. So once you have actually written what you think might be feasible for someone to guess,
You take
then
all the cards and flip them down. After that, you take one more card and shuffle them.
yeah, I'm going to take one more card just to add more confusion. Even I don't know what those are. Shuffle these cards,
Okay.
different orientations,
Okay.
flip them up, and then give them to all other players that exist around the table. And now, whether it's one other player, two other players, three other players, it will be their job to actually look at those cards and then try to recreate the same scenario that in which orientation the cards should be there. Now, the ease of that doing that, and you might be thinking, well, that looks difficult because many of these words really didn't make any sense. But even if you make sense on one side, the other side should make sense as well. So, for example, Ishal has given me the words, and Ishal had seen my words during that explanation, but I haven't seen what Ishal wrote to me. So, for example, I have the words biofuel,
Madrigal.
madrigal, or I don't even know,
From Encanto?
saliva, and reaper.
From Encanto.
Okay, so these are the four words that I have received, and I have five cards in different orientations that I'm going to see. So, for example, for biofuel, I can look at all the words in all the orientation. So there is the word fuel and a hook. So one thing that's wrong. So, for example, Ishal has written biofuel. If the word was actually fuel, then this is a wrong hint. Okay, because the word fuel cannot be used in the hint itself. But anyway, I think it's fuel and biofuel, and reaper has a hook kind of thing. The scythe looks like a hook. So anyway, that's what I have selected. Then saliva and reaper would be saliva would be liquid. Twins, I don't know, but reaper has a blade. Yeah. So for example, reaper and saliva were the two hints side by side, and I have a card called blade and mouth. So they match. The reaper has a blade and the mouth causes saliva, and that's how I filled that up. Then the next thing, saliva and madrigal. Once you think you have the right answer, you're going to send it back to the original hint giver and ask them if it is right. They will check. And they cannot say anything. But if they find something is wrong, they will just remove those cards and leave the correct cards in place. So two of my cards were correct, two were wrong, and so I don't know. So in this way, again, you do understand the concept of the game. So maybe saliva is liquid. Madrigal has nothing to do with Africa, but maybe Ishal is getting confused that the Madrigal family, the Colombia is not in South America, but they were in Africa.
Oh, yeah, maybe South America.
So maybe that's why I'm putting this hint here, but it's not
Listen,
right.
I don't know geography. Don't blame me.
But that's why I'm putting this hint, because I think Ishal doesn't know.
I never learned geography.
Okay, and biofuel. So maybe carrot. Carrot and madrigal had a lot of ladies. So is this correct?
Yes.
Okay. So carrot is not a biofuel.
Whatever, as long as you can burn it.
You cannot burn carrots, and that's how you
Fire-
actually come up with.
fire
Then, okay,
fuel.
what's the
And you can create fire out of carrots.
what is the closest thing that you can come up with, and you will be able to come up with the things because you have limited words. So maybe not in first try, maybe in the second try you can go up to 2 times wrong, and then if you can still guess at the third, you are still considered as a winner. Otherwise you are considered wrong. The game does come with a whole bunch of these cards. which have a lot of words, a lot of replayabilities there. It's a very, very simple game, but it's really enjoyable because anyone who is giving the hints is always thinking, and I love games which make you think. So I will not consider this an educational game, but it's still helping you learn words or learn to think to link the words, so helping you improve in your English as well as having a fun time because everyone else at the table are discussing with each other that I think this should be connected to this, and the other person would be arguing that no, this card seems more correct because of this and this reason. So you will be having arguments like this around the board to find the correct orientation because you want to have a perfect score and guess on the first turn. And that's what the game is all about. It's a very simple game, but a really fun party game about guessing the words in the right orientation. And you already know all my answers. So in this way, the game does come with four boards, so you can have multiple people writing the hints while other are, so that they are not bored. You have a continuous supply of new words coming up to the table while someone else takes a turn to actually write those new clues, because it does take time to actually write the clues in. You're thinking how to connect the words, but sooner or later you can connect those words even if it might be a bad hint. You can always look at the side word, and as long as the side word makes more sense, you can still give a bad clue and your teammate might be able to guess it.
But you'll get criticized for it.
But and yeah, the criticism will come afterward. Why did you write this? You could have written, for example, this thing, and it would have made more sense. It would have made more sense, and there will be always fun conversations like that at the end of the game. Yeah. So Ishal, what do you think about this game?
Honestly, I just really like this game. I like the simplicity. I like how it gives you a challenge in making the words sort of connect, but at the same time, it's in a fun way, not the, oh god, what am I going to do now? Overall, nice game. 10 out of 10.
Yeah. So if you're looking for a party game which you can play with your families, and even those people who are not interested in playing your regular type of board games, you can still play this kind of fun games while sitting around the table with them, even while sitting comfortably around a coffee table sipping tea. Fine, you can still play this game with them as well, and they will be enjoying a good time with this. So yes, it does come with a recommendation from us as a very nice and relaxing board game. That's it from us. Happy gaming.
Happy gaming!